It's morning here. You know what? I'm going to stop loading stuff up to Facebook. If I have to keep doing that, that means I'm not even on YouTube. That means I'm on Facebook. I don't know how to link stuff together yet. I'll figure that out later. But for now, I think I'm definitely going to turn off my Facebook. I never did like Facebook anyway. They slammed too much information. When I had a bad experience when I asked somebody if I could use their phone for to receive to send a text or something. I needed to buy something, or I need to use their phone to, yeah, I had to use somebody's phone to receive a text message, and all of their contacts got slammed. They got started getting all of their contacts came either all their contacts either came on my phone or something happened that, and he kept on getting uh, text messages after that. I just wanted to use his phone for one thing, and a whole bunch of stuff kept happening. And also, too, I remember I was working with children at the time, and I remember getting a bunch of uh, text messages from a bunch of little kids that some of the little children I was working with had my phone number, and my phone number got slammed into with their text messages, and I was getting text messages from children, and they thought I was one of their little friends. Not a lot of good messages neither. It wasn't anything good that would have benefited me working with children. It probably would have landed me in jail. I would like to say though, that I did buy Logic yesterday. It's working seamlessly with the Phantom, but also too the Phantom works so much. You can do so much in Phantom uh, as a DAW by itself, standalone. The shortcuts in it, it's already set up to cut, copy, paste. You don't have to learn all that keyboard shortcuts for a new DAW, but the learning process should be easy for me because I did go to school for this one time. I spent 3 years in Omega Recording School. Uh, I had broke down my courses and took one course at a time, and it kind of stretched it out. If I ever go back to that kind of learning school again, I won't take the career development classes, which they are very important, but the world as far as uh, career development has changed so many times over the years that they need to upgrade those courses. Going for job interviews and all those different things, that I don't know if that's still people still do that, but I'm going to go into learning mode. Uh, I know more than I really realized. So when I got everything set up in Pro Tools, but what I wanted to say, I'm not Pro Tools, Logic Studio Logic Pro X, and I want to start indulging myself into learn mode. I have three different DAWs, digital audio workstations, and I'm going to go in crazy into learn mode. When I was in school, they had us learning like I had to read like 8 hours a day just to keep studying. If I can do that now, why can't I do that now? I'm saying once you get into learning habits, what I really wanted to say is I misplaced my phone last night. What if someone told you that you trusted very dearly, told you that the cell phone and your iPad was a mark of the beast? It's a mark in your hand and on your forehead. I don't know how the forehead thing works. Maybe it has to do with facial recognition. But what if somebody told you that your phone was a mark of the beast and you had to turn it off? My phone is off right now because the battery went dead. I couldn't even locate it because the battery's dead. It's right here. It's probably up under something. But I was thinking, I spent all morning looking for it all through the apartment. Apartment ain't but so big. I was on the phone talking to somebody last night, a friend of mine, and I forgot what I did with the phone. But I don't have to. Look, I don't even need to call anybody. It's the only person I really want to stay in contact with is my father, and I am very seldom. He doesn't. He's not a phone person, really. And if I wanted to go see him, I can go see him. He's just right across the bridge. I can go see him more times than I talk to him on the phone. Go ask him to bring him to the door, and he can sit in the chair, and I could talk. I can chat a couple of minutes. Really should go see him like 3 times a week. I don't do that, but I know he likes being on his own. But the point is, what if your phone was a mark of the beast and you knew it? I know the technology is a good thing if you could use it for constructive things. It can be very bad. Anything can be bad if you misuse it. And if you overdose, you can overdose on anything, like obesity, food. I know some people that I know it would be harder for them to change their diet than to get off them. If they were a drug addict, it would be easier for them to get off of drugs than it would be for to change their eating habits. Now, what is if it's a habit of you and sending texts? And I'm definitely turning off this Facebook. It takes up too much time. I don't even really need it. It's not doing. I'm gonna hang with my YouTube thing here. Uh, Stay devoted with that for a minute. I got 6 minutes here. I'm going to go off. From now on, I'm not going to post it up on Facebook to try to get viewers. If I'm not getting any viewers, if nobody's watching, if it's only 2 or 3 people watching, at least I'm getting out. I'd be like, it was a zombie show, and then it was one guy in the Arctics. He was working for the military, and he was like the last guy in the thing communicating with the outside world. It's called Northern Lights, or Operation Bite Mark. Was these people had to say this one guy was immune, but I say that to say I want to tell you a story too, real quick, and I'm gonna get out of here. There was a evil witch, and there was a prince, a little child prince, and this prince had this big crown on his head, beautiful crown, and the evil witch captured him and put him in this big tower, and he was trapped in there. It was only a window, not even the stairs, like the same place they kept Lafonso in, with the long hair. Uh, and this kid, you know how kids had nervous habits. I had a friend of mine. He couldn't get to sleep. He would bang his head against the baseboard and do that like a little nervous habit to get to sleep. And he would do that, and he would, as a child, and that's the only way he'd get to sleep until he got drowsy. But he had that big old crown on his head, and he was banging it every night to try to get some sleep. Just sometimes during the daytime, he would try to get some sleep and bang his head, and that crown would cream, cream. That crown would ring out, and the sound would travel all across the villages, and everybody during the daytime, they would stop and hear that beautiful sound. That it come to find out, he was helping the people get through the day with that beautiful music that the crown was making. So hopefully I can be like that kid. I'm in quarantine, and something had happened to shut down the. Now I'm in this tower here, and hopefully my nervous habit would be making music. I used to have these pet rats, and their nervous habit was to wash, clean. See a rat or rabbit, when they get nervous, they would clean. I I know I have like when I'm mixing a sound or I'm playing a song and I play it back and it sounds so good. I get that butterflies in my stomach. But seems like lately I've been getting these butterflies in my stomach, but it hasn't been like excitement. It's been what they call it, anxiety attacks. Seems like I've been having a whole bunch of those, whereas I'm not really relaxed. I'm edgy. Matter of fact, one more story. I was in the Navy. I was doing a lot of drugs in the Navy, where everybody was doing drugs in the 70s, getting high, weed, snorting stuff, taking hallucinogenics. It was a way of partying and social. What cut to the chase? I was in the Navy. I Everybody was snorting cocaine. That's a luxury. I figured I was getting paid. I might as well use it. I was wasting a lot of money, borrowing money. They ran out of the cocaine and they had this other stuff. I was calling it freeze. And I would snort that and it would make me wiggle my toes, wiggle my feet. You should see my feet. Make me go like this. I couldn't stop. And then in the morning, my just like a wiggling thing to, and I used to wake up in the morning, my ankles and my toes were sore. Well, lately, the past 8 years since I went cold turkey, well, come to find out, the stuff that I was snorting when I was in the Navy was meth, and I didn't even know that I was on meth. I was snorting it. I was on meth in the Navy, and I didn't even know it until I got home, and I found out what it was. And I got all I quit. I went cold turkey some kind of way off of that. But wow, imagine being on meth and not even knowing what it was. But I say that to say, since I've been cold turkey here, I went cold turkey about uh, 9 years ago, 8.5 years ago, and I've been high ever since. Ever since I stopped getting high, I've been on a high that speeding, no real drug. I have to watch my sugar intake and get high off of sugar. I cannot do caffeine at all. Well, I'm not. Don't have no cell. My cell phone is lost. Can I live without cell phone? Can I live without Facebook? Am I being controlled? Let me get ready to get off of here. You know what, too? I want to say this one time. Years ago, after Jesse Owens and that black guy got the world's championship, whenever there was Black Wall Street during the Depression, it was a couple of black neighborhoods who were thriving. It's so funny that the people got jealous of and burned down a neighborhood. They killed this all these. It was open season. It was like that monster movie, like that scary movie, Purging. It was like they put the word out. It's okay. We can kill as many black people as we want right now. Or it's so funny that one of the presidents said the only good Indian was a dead Indian. It was open season on Indians, natives. Let me get out of here. Well, my music. Hopefully, my music can. This has really been long. What a way to start the day. I know there's a part in the Bible where Odessa, they call it Esther. Her real name was Hadassah. People quote the thing, for such a time as this. The king liked her, and he had his pick, and he picked her. He didn't know she was Hebrew, and this guy was going to kill all the Hebrews. He tricked the king into making an ordinance to kill all the Hebrews, and he couldn't overturn it. So he sent a proclamation out that all the Jews, not Jews, but Hebrews was going to band together and defend themselves for that day, fight back. The word went out that everybody was going to try to kill them. So they all banded together and defended themselves for that day. It was a purging day. The word went out that it was time to defend themselves. People were going to come and kill them, and they had to defend themselves. This is in the Bible. It's in the book of Esther. And they fought and defended themselves and their property. Look it up, book of Esther. I'm out.